The UConn Huskies hit the floor at Gampel Pavilion here in Storrs, Connecticut, a 7-0 record for them. They've won 26 straight home games, and the pep band ready to root their team on once again on the UConn campus. It's a non-conference early season all-New England matchup. The 10th-ranked Connecticut Huskies off to a perfect start. Host Northeastern of the Colonial Athletic Association, one of 11 straight home games to start the season for UConn. Hello, college basketball fans. Welcome to Gampel. Dave Ryan, Ron Perry alongside. Glad you could join us tonight. Well, how about UConn? They've got 9 new players on the roster for head coach Jim Calhoun. Ron, it really hasn't mattered that much because defense has been such a big story for them.
Been such a constant over the years for Jim Calhoun's teams, and once again, they're getting it done this year, particularly in the block shot category. 5 years in a row, they've led the nation in block shots. First school to ever do that. Doing it again this year with 10-plus blocks a game. Opponents shooting just 33%. Outstanding defense.
Speaking of outstanding, how about the freshman, folks? He's 7'3". Hasheem Thabeet from Houston, Texas, by way of Tanzania, has been a huge story early this year.
Doing a great job, and he's blocking shots, leading the nation, better than 5 a game. Just tied a school record with 10 blocks against Texas Southern.
Well, if Northeastern Ron has any chance in this game, let's face it, they've got to take care of the basketball, and the fifth-year senior, Adrian Martinez, will handle those duties.
That's right, and the strength of this Northeastern team is in the backcourt. Martinez runs the show. Just 13 turnovers so far this year. And in the Colonial Athletic Association, the fewest turnovers for Northeastern, just 11 a game. Need to take good care of the ball, good shot selection, shoot a high percentage, keep the tempo under control to be in this ball game.
Well, some of these fans weren't old enough to realize it, but the last time Northeastern beat UConn back to 1985 when none other than Jim Calhoun was the head coach for the Northeastern Huskies. Our tip-off is next. UConn coming off a big win over Texas Southern, non-conference game on Sunday here, 106-55. Meanwhile, Northeastern a win as well as they got by North Carolina Wilmington in the opener of the Colonial Athletic Association. Fans ready? We're ready to show you the Star Watch. And Ronnie, we're going to talk about a couple of Huskies. A.J. Price off to a great start this year. And Jerome Dyson, another huge story for a young UConn team.
Oh, that's right. Price, the sophomore, Dyson, freshman, both playing good basketball, combined for 39 points in the win against Texas Southern. They are really exciting, quick, and like to push the ball up and down the floor.
Adrian Martinez and Northeastern will have to put forth what Bill Cohen in our conversations with him, the head coach of Northeastern, told us a very disciplined, slow-down type game. They're going to milk this 35-second clock as much as possible.
I expect them to play some zone, get in good rebounding position. They're really undersized in this game. They've played Syracuse. They've played Pittsburgh. This will be a very tough test on the road at UConn.
Davis going head-to-head with Hasheem Thabeet. No surprise that Bennett loses the tip, but Northeastern has an early turnover. Martinez. Here's Bennett Davis over Thabeet. Back iron not there. And Johnson will rebound for UConn.
Connecticut has been out-rebounding opponents by 12 boards a game. Northeastern comes in having been out-rebounded by 13 boards a game. The boards should be owned by the Connecticut Huskies tonight.
A.J. Price. Off the glass, can't find it. Johnson stick back. Adrian gets a roll. First 2 of the night.
Now that's where Connecticut should really wear down Northeastern. Second chance baskets, they were all over the glass.
Trouble handling the ball. Matt Janning a dive. Turnover, A.J. Price will have some free throws. Martinez, the guilty party, on the foul call. Let's check in with our starting lineups tonight here in Storrs. Martinez, Janning, Kelly, Bennett Davis. Manny Adako's been impressive for Bill Cohen, who came into Northeastern with just 5 returning scholarship players. Price, Dyson, Adrian already has 2 tonight. Marcus Johnson and Thabeet has been a huge story already for Connecticut. Just a freshman at 7'3". One more for Price.
He really is imposing, and I think what it allows Connecticut to do is really extend, put a lot of pressure on the opposition, knowing they've got Thabeet back there, and he can block shots, as we showed people earlier.
What a story A.J. Price has been. The top scorer on this team. Came high 20 points against Texas Southern. On Sunday here, he's 4 for 5 from three-point range. That had been a bugaboo with the Price in the first few games. Not anymore. Great anticipation. As Dyson steps on the sideline there on a nice steal.
Well, Connecticut man-to-man, Jim Calhoun trademark. They are very quick in the backcourt, and Jim Calhoun's team always put a lot of pressure on the guards. And so far in this ball game, they are really getting after Northeastern up, tight, and personal.
Glad to see Coach Calhoun on the bench tonight. We were uncertain because he's been feeling under the weather, battling a cold. I spoke with him yesterday. He sounded fine, but came down with something today. Wasn't feeling well at all. Daco gets free, and Manny has a 15-footer. Just a freshman.
So big to break the ice on the road. Get one to go.
Dyson a miss. And Kelly has the rebound. He's one of the team's leaders in minutes played. Got caught up in the air there, looking at the beat. Turnover. Dyson cashes in.
Well, that's the Beat's presence. He doesn't block that shot, but Kelly gets in there and says, they better get rid of it. The turnover, and Connecticut pushes the ball as well as anyone in the country.
Tied a record set by Emeka Okafor. Did the Beat last game against Texas Southern. 10 blocked shots. And as Coach Calhoun told us yesterday, alters a lot more. Look at that. A swat by the freshman. And Daco had that come right back to him.
Bennett Davis will be key. He's a veteran player for Northeastern. He's matched up with Adrian. He's a guy that they need to have a big game tonight.
Martinez can't hit. Outlet pass from the Beat way too far. For Dyson to reach, and you got to remember he's only a freshman. Occasionally will have a mistake like that. Look at the block shot numbers.
Unbelievable. Connecticut, you know, #1 in the country. They've done it 5 years in a row. First school to ever do that. Connecticut's so deep. They're young. They've got 13 freshmen and sophomores, but they will go deep, and they will wear opponents down.
You saw those rankings having to do with their conference as well. Florida Athletic Association, Big East Conference, respectively, for Northeastern and UConn. Gavin Edwards into the lineup. First time for the Huskies as the Beat takes a seat next to Jim Calhoun.
See, Northeastern, they're going to try to work some clock, get it under 10 seconds, and they're going to have to get good shots. The problem been doing this sometimes against tight men. You end up forcing shots, and they're not always high percentage.
Janning, just a freshman, trying to release that shot. Had it stripped. 5 to shoot here for the Northeastern Huskies. A lot of Huskies on the court. Kelly gets it away, a bit too strong. Bennett Davis had a hand on the rebound. Comes down to Jeff Adrian. He is called just a beast on the boards. That's been the theme for him so far this year. One of the team's leaders on a team full of youngsters.
Yeah, he's averaging a double-double, better than 10 boards a game. He's workmanlike. He'll be all over the glass.
Edwards, the freshman, lost the handle. Bodies everywhere, little rugby scrub for it. And Kelly did a nice job to call a timeout.
Yeah, good poise right there. Way to scrap for Northeastern, and that was a nice composure. Bill Cohen will huddle his team up and say, guys, settle in now. Let's just try to run our stuff and get good shots at the offensive end.
First year after being a longtime assistant for Al Skinner, both at Rhode Island and at Boston College. And we talked to Bill Cohen this year. It's his first time ever as a head coach. Told us he learned a lot from Al Skinner with patience, how to build a program, both at URI and BC, where he came in and needed to establish winning at both schools in the Atlantic 10 and the Big East. And Bill's won a couple games. He's on the way. Only 5 scholarship players to take over that program.
Yeah, it's a tough league. He didn't have to go far. Right across town from Boston College to Northeastern. He's learned his trade. He's a good recruiter, and he'll do a nice job with the kids at Northeastern. He's a tough schedule to start this year with, you know, Syracuse and Pittsburgh and now at Connecticut. So they're not fooling around with some of these early games.
Not at all. He said, yeah, we're the 17th team in the Big East. We're playing at Syracuse, Pitt, UConn, Louisville, and BC this year. All on the schedule for Northeastern from the CAA. Here's Davis, high post. Kelly, little jump hook. Look out! That's swallowed up by the Beat, but that is definitely a goaltend for the 7'3" freshman. Jim Calhoun is going to lie right over the call. That was on the way down, Coach. No doubt about that one.
Ball came in a little late, but clearly this ball was caught on its way down. The Beat so tall. 7'3", jumps up. Once he goes up that high, ball's coming down.
UConn bench has been teed up here, and Jim Calhoun is irate and peppery tonight, despite the fact he's not feeling so well. He's hot under the collar over the goaltend call.
Yep. Got into it. Jim Calhoun's intensity level and passion for this game is a constant, and it rubs off on his teams. They play hard. They play with that desire to win, and they feed off their coach, who's always in the ballgame.
First technical for the Hall of Fame coach. Martinez 1 of 2 on his free throw tries. He is a senior. Coach C gets the T.
Well, ball's up there. It's on a downward flight. Reaches peak on its downward flight. Is up so high. I think Jim Calhoun's saying that ball's still going up. Don't call it just because the man's 7-3, but I think the refs got that one right.
Spoke with Coach Calhoun yesterday. Very pleased to be taking on the school where he last led Northeastern to the NCAA tournament with players like Andre LaFleur, now an assistant at UConn, and the late great Reggie Lewis back in the 80s, 1985, last NCAA appearance for this program at Northeastern.
That's where he got it going. You know, 250 wins there. He's up over 700 for his career. All-time winningest coach at UConn. He's done nothing but win throughout his career.
Return favor on the goaltend call. The layup down low for UConn. They've got a 2-point lead. So the beat already has been a big story in our first few moments. Marcus Johnson, Davis, goaltend. Well, it's hard to imagine, but there are 14 UConn alums starting this season on NBA rosters. 4 from last year. Rudy Gay, the 8th pick from Memphis, and there is Marcus Williams, 21st pick by the New Jersey Nets. Hilton Armstrong, 12th pick by the New Orleans Hornets. Josh Boone, 22nd overall by the Nets. I mean, what an extraordinary tradition that Jim Calhoun has put together, and the ability to rebound after losing 4 guys at the NBA's first round.
Well, players know if they go to the UConn program, they're going to play against the best competition in the nation. They're going to get unbelievable coaching from Jim Calhoun and his staff, his George Blaney and Tom Moore, and it's going to give them a great opportunity to play at the next level. And it's 14 guys is incredible.
Doug Wiggins is into the lineup. He checked in just before our last commercial break. And the same goes for Stanley Robinson, freshman from Birmingham, Alabama. Here's Dyson. Hanger from 10 off the glass.
Boy, is he getting comfortable in that 2-guard role, putting points up, taking good shots. Tough man-to-man.
They'll beat some contact with Adrian Martinez, and Wiggins is going to pick up that foul. His first.
Nice inbounds play. Just a good bounce pass. Nice screen away, and there's Dyson. You love it when a guy gets in there between 5 and 10 feet and just kisses that shot right off the glass.
4 of UConn's 9 so far. Martinez for 3. Rattles it in.
Now that's what we talk about with Northeastern. Guard-oriented, they need to make shots. Won't get a lot of second-chance baskets tonight. They need to be efficient from the outside.
Edwards, the freshman, has that swatted away by Bennett Davis down low, and Coach Bill Cohen loves what he sees. And this defense in Northeastern right in this game early on.
Bennett Davis is 6'9", 220. He's a senior forward. Bill Cohen will really play with 7 guys for the most part. Needs these players to stay out of foul trouble here in this ball game.
He wanted this game, as he told us this week, in the 50s at the highest. Doesn't want to run. Dyson got caught up in the air, and Kelly made a nice pickoff there. Jeff Adrian is back in the lineup. And Craig Austria makes his first appearance for UConn.
And even with the steal, settle it. They don't push it. They won't run unless they really feel they have a 3-on-1 or clearly an advantage out on the break.
There's Bobby Kelly, 22 in the dark jersey. Plays 38 minutes a game. He's one of the 3 seniors. And really need to perform well for Bill Cohen and Northeastern tonight. Martinez under 10 to shoot. Off-balance shot, partially deflected. And tracked down nicely by Robinson.
Excellent perimeter defense right in his face from three-point land.
Adrian from 5. Look at the block by Bennett Davis. Getting up and return to sender. This is second block already. Kelly was free on the right wing, missed the shot, tracked down the offensive glass, and a fresh 35 for the Huskies.
Now, you won't see a lot of those on jumpers. You'll get longer rebounds. Good heads-up play by Kelly.
Davis penetrates. Nice move, Bennett. Davis has 2 through the trees.
The one way I think you try to deal with Thabeet is get in tight with him. The more room he has with the wingspan, he's going to reject the shot.
One of the 3 seniors we told you about. And a 3-second call goes against UConn. Davis from Freeport, the Bahamas, has been excellent so far here.
Well, he's a veteran player, nice block, and able to gather it in. I'm not quite sure how he was able to get that shot up in between Adrian and Thabeet, but took it right to the goal as the Huskies early in this one saying, hey, we can hang in there. They've got to play very efficient basketball.
Davis tried the high-low play, bodies everywhere. Here's Jerome Dyson, comes free. UConn running. Dyson soars and scores. He's got a game-high 6. And that's exactly what Bill Cohen told us this week, Ronnie, about pace of the game. If we turn it over, we're going to pay.
Got to take good care of it. Boy, that was an incredible play by Dyson. Stayed with it and finished. It's an incredible speed.
Court speed. Coach Cohen thought maybe the fastest team, not only in the Big East, but in the nation. That says a lot. Here's Kelly from 17. It's short. Thabeet a hand on the rebound. Off against Davis. And UConn gets it back. Team speed, so dangerous.
The steal, he went and got it too. He went and got that loose ball. And there was no stopping Dyson, the freshman, exciting once he made his mind up to take it to the rack. Beautiful move.
Number 32, Danny Adako, entering the lineup.
Adako is back in. And Matt Janning has returned as well here for Northeastern. You know, 2 freshmen playing a key role. Mark Washington is into the game for the first time as well. He's a junior from Raceland, Louisiana.
Well, 2-3 matchup zone right now by the Huskies of Northeastern, really packing it in.
Adrian in trouble. Travels.
Now, one of the things with the young UConn team, 15+ turnovers a game, they will quickly make moves, and at times they'll be prone to the turnover, but they also will get stops on defense, and they can put spurts and big runs together.
Already 7 turnovers for UConn. That comes with the territory, right, with a young team like that. Adako down low. Goes for Spates into the game. His shot partially blocked. Austri running. Johnson trying to finish. Got caught up there. Another turnover as Washington got the loose ball.
Once you go up, shoot it. Once you go up like that and you get indecisive, you're prone to the turnover.
How about Janning? Long range there, Ronnie.
A little quick, but he is a good shooter from the perimeter. Had a good look.
Johnson drives, and Marcus has 2.
That's the problem with the quick shot. UConn can give you a quick answer at the other end.
I'm impressed so far, though. Nearly 8 minutes in, Northeastern has the type of pace they wanted. They do not want to get in a foot race with UConn. That will be dangerous.
Trying to spread the floor, see if they can bring Thabeet outside. There's another one of those fouls. How many games we see a lot of those screen away from the ball fouls. Northeastern guilty that time.
Manny Adako, his first 13-10 game. UConn a lead on its home court against Northeastern. Standing ovation for Marcus Williams. We showed you the NBA rookie from the New Jersey Nets earlier, just being recognized here. Well, he's gone, so the youth certainly has been served. Look at that. 9 players new for Jim Calhoun, as he told us this week, Ronnie, the most he's ever tried to replace in one season.
Well, we talked a few minutes ago about, the 5 guys that went in the first and second round. 4 in the first, 1 in the second last year. A lot of shoes to fill. Young team, exciting. Jim Calhoun is really pumped up about this group. And 2 freshmen and 3 sophomores are in the starting lineup.
Wow. There's A.J. Price, who didn't play last year for a number of reasons. One, the very serious health issues. Dyson has 2. As he splits the defense and lays in 2 more. He's got a game-high 8 in the early going here.
Zone's not supposed to allow that. You've got to step in and take penetration like that away.
Eugene Spates, look out! Another rejection. Thabeet's got 2 already. How do you get by Hasheem Thabeet?
Pressure on the outside. You know you've got help inside, and Thabeet does the job. Against the zone, you got to step in on that. Can't allow an easy layup right down the middle. Oh, boy, check out Thabeet. He blocks a lot of those shots. His second of the night with his left hand. Great shot blockers. Get the righties with the left.
Dyson again penetrates. Adrian on the putback, not there. Thabeet at 7-3. Controls the glass for a moment, then had it stripped away. Can't bring that ball down, right, Ronnie?
Yeah, not when you're 7-3. Try to keep that up high. Had trouble controlling it. Bobby Kelly, a very gritty player for Northeastern. He always seems to be around the ball, not afraid to get down on the hardwood and go get it.
Here he handles between the circles. Bennett Davis has had a nice start tonight. Here's Adaka, a freshman. Swing player about 6'9". I told you Kelly would probably play the whole game. He's been out there the entire time so far. Martinez long three, grazed the iron. Stick back not there. There's Adako with a hand on it.
Great play by Adako, but you got to get that one to go down. Adako had to play against Aaron Gray early this year. Darrell Watkins, Gray with Pitt. Watkins for Syracuse and Thabit here. He's getting a pretty good education against big guys so far.
What an indoctrination, huh? Welcome to big-time Division I basketball. Thabit wasn't expecting a pass. Grabbed it. Off the back iron. Tip not there. Adrian another try. Jeff Adrian works hard on the offensive glass.
Well, we talked about UConn's height advantage and their rebounding strength coming into this game, and it was evident on that one.
All right, Ronnie. Key point of the game here. Adako, nice up fake. Can't get a roll, though, and UConn on the 8-0 spurt. Trying to take control. A.J. Price. Nowhere to go with it. Nice kick out. Johnson penetrates and goes for the monster stuff. And he's fouled on the way up. How about Marcus Johnson and the athleticism?
Wow. He just accelerated and exploded to the goal on that one. Great penetration. Davis goes for the stuff. Oh, boy, Johnson can really get up. He's quick. He is a veteran player. He's a good player. You know, I say veteran, just a sophomore, but he played good minutes last year. I guess with as many freshmen as you have, if you're a sophomore, you are a veteran on this club.
Yeah, as Coach Calhoun told us yesterday, as you see Edwards coming back to the game. Adrian and Marcus Johnson, the only two players back from last year's team that went to the regional final, lost in overtime to George Mason, the miracle story. Speaking of the Colonial Athletic Association, same conference as Northeastern, as Johnson has another.
Jim Larinaga at the helm. What a story. They played great basketball.
Baptiste Bataille is from France. Handles the ball here. Kelly gets freed. A nice move away from Johnson, but can't cash in on a three. Bataille handled the rebound. Dyson running. Wow! Johnson finishing!
I mean, you talk about explosive, push the ball up the floor, UConn style. What a play right there.
The sophomore from LA, show time. A 12-0 UConn run, and they lead by 11.
We talked about UConn's ability to get these scoring spurts. They get stops. They get stops in succession. They push it. Wow, what a floor game Dyson's playing so far in this one. Unbelievable dish with the left. Marcus Johnson, we just saw him trying to slam it last play. Big time break.
When you have so many great young players like Jerome Dyson, you almost have to wonder, well, who will be the Big East Rookie of the Year this year? Paul Harris at Syracuse is the preseason Big East pick by the media. But, boy, UConn has quite a bit to say with all these great youngsters. They're the field goal numbers early.
They really do. They're shooting it. They're getting those high percentage shots like that last one. And Dyson certainly will factor in that rookie voting the way he's getting it going early.
Davis a three. Cashes in. Nice shot from Bennett Davis. And he's got 7.
Boy, is that a big basket right there to end the drought for Northeastern.
Adrian right, low block. Kick out, Dyson. It's a 3. Back iron. And another nice rebound from Bennett Davis. He's been impressive in nearly 12 minutes of action here at Gampel.
That'll be one of the keys for UConn when they get into league play. Their ability to hit the perimeter shot consistently. We know they can go inside, and we know they can play the D.
Baptiste Bataille. A little too strong for the young Frenchman, who's only a freshman, and Davis will have 2 more on another goaltend call against UConn.
Well, we thought Davis would have to really step up in this one, and he has. He's shooting it, he's rebounding, he's blocked a couple of shots, keeping the Huskies of Northeastern, that is, in this ballgame.
Curtis Kelly comes into the game. First time he makes an appearance for UConn. And Davis, who's not missed a game in his Northeastern career, has been impressive in the early moments here tonight from Stores.
Man to man.
Kick out. Yeah, look at Price. Deep three, way short. And the rebound pulled away by Adako.
What Northeastern wants. See if they can force Connecticut to that perimeter jumper, box out, and then get good shots at the other end.
And for Davis. Not afraid of the tall trees down low. Adako handled the rebound, and Kelly comes loose. Outlet for A.J. Price. Kelly drives. A little short on that floater. Look out. Martinez, nice positioning by Dyson. Causes the travel. And Adrian Martinez, a shot to the right shoulder. That's smarts. UConn with its youth movement and early lead. You have to go back to 1985, the last time Northeastern beat UConn, who was the head coach then. As we talked about, Jim Calhoun. Reggie Lewis had a big night, 90-73 Husky win over his current Huskies, UConn.
Now he's racked up the wins. That's incredible. Reggie Lewis and Andre LaFleur, who's one of his coaches, on the team. And that was a collision right there. The walk before the bump. And Martinez came out of that one with the sore right shoulder and headed to the locker room, really kind of being looked over by the training staff. And that was a heavy blow. They need him healthy for this one and certainly beyond this game.
That is a big key if he cannot return to the Husky lineup here. Doug Wiggins, a kick-out pass. Here's Johnson. UConn up by 6. Home court looking for an 8th straight win to begin the season. Vaulted all the way to the 10th spot in this week's top 25. And Martinez getting set to come back in the game. That's good news for the Northeastern Huskies. 10 to shoot for Wiggins. Top of the key, Adrian from 15. This rebound from Kelly.
That was probably Northeastern's best half-court defensive set. They started off zone. They matched up out of it, boxed out, and got the job done. We'll see with Martinez out now. He's going to run this ball club and keep Northeastern patient. Maybe it'll be Bobby Kelly stepping up.
Solid stat track. Key numbers we're keeping an eye on for you tonight from Gamble. 10 to shoot for Kelly. Three-pointer. Short. It's a good look. They've got to drain those type shots when they get them.
Kelly's had some good looks. Unable to find the range, but finding the openings.
Dyson got by his man. Got caught up in the air. Pass for Adrian was stripped away.
Connecticut a little quick that time. Take care of it. Make the extra pass. A couple of times guys have left their feet with nowhere to go.
Janning pulls up 18 feet away. Eugene Spates. Offensive foul.
On number 24, Eugene Spates.
Another for him. Wholesale changes here. Martinez is still on the Northeastern bench next to Bill Cohen, the head coach for the Northeastern Huskies. He's Ronnie holding that right shoulder. I think he's still injured.
He's flexing it. He got popped pretty good right on the top of the shoulders, rotating it, saying, hey, I think I'm okay. He's definitely thinking about it, though, to see what the pain level's like when he makes these kind of rotating motions. He took a good shot on that last play.
Dyson had been running the team. Plays a little two-guard here. Wiggins acts as the point for now. Johnson baseline, slashing. Had it blocked away.
Good defense by Northeastern right now. And again, this is the pace they want. The lower the scoring, the better. And they want to frustrate Connecticut. Connecticut wants to get it and go. And if they're on defense and Northeastern working it around, they could get frustrated.
For Connecticut, number 12, A.J. Price for Marcus Johnson.
Johnson picks up his first personal foul, and Marcus will take a seat. Martinez has returned to the Northeastern lineup, so the shoulder apparently not too painful for him. Fifth-year senior from Miami. Redshirted one of the seasons of his career due to a foot injury. And as Bill Cohen has told us this week, such a key to his team. He's the quarterback. Davis hits a three. How about Bennett Davis in his start? Got him for 12, 2 3 balls.
He's been the man. Big time effort by Davis, and
Wiggins gets it back off the missed shot. Washington the rebound, stolen by Dyson on the outlet. But Northeastern a bit too quick. Then Davis too anxious for Martinez up court. And a turnover, however, here in the middle of a Northeastern 8-0 run.
nice job on the road to hang in there. They've got a lot of firepower coming at them. Well, no one just wanted the ball that last time. Here, you take it. No, I'll give it back to you.
A little hot potato, right? Back and forth. A.J. Price slashing through, down low. Robinson has 2. Chance for a three-point play.
There's that last exchange. The rebound inside, give it away, take it back, and then give it back again. Nice penetration that last time by A.J. Price. So many good things happen when you get in the lane, and the point guard did a great job that time.
Another freshman from Birmingham, Alabama. Robinson misses a chance at three-point play. Had a career-high 9 rebounds in the last game. There's Davis on the bench for Northeastern. He's got the 2 fouls. He's been their best player. Martinez penetrates. Kickoff pass. Adako from 18, too strong. Look at Tyson up high for the rebound. Can he ever jump?
Bring the guards back in. Go to the boards, guys.
A.J. Price spins, fires, has 2, plus a foul.
Well, you're getting a good look at the depth, the quickness, the athleticism of this UConn team in the first half. Jim Calhoun's gone to his bench. Of course, that's Price, highly touted, started the ball game. That was a beautiful athletic move down the lane.
A.J. has a three-point play. Basically at 2 full years. Not only the off-the-court troubles well documented, but also the AVM brain disorder, bleeding on the brain. Nearly fatal. It's amazing he's even playing. Martinez a miss on the baseline, and Robinson cleans up.
No, in Husky land, they're really glad to have him out there. The medical situation very serious, but he's really starting to find his groove, and so is this big guy, Hasheem Thabeet. His defensive game ahead of his offensive game. He's only played organized basketball for a few years. His upside potential really has no boundaries.
Manny Adako for Bill Cohen has picked up his 3rd foul here in the first half, and Hasheem Thabeet, just an amazing story from Tanzania in Africa. Went to a prep school in Houston. He was a huge fan of Emeka Okafor, who also has African roots, different country, but also came from Houston. And now Emeka, as Coach Calhoun told us this week, involved with trying to bring healthy blood over. A big donation, along with Coach Calhoun, to Africa, especially to Tanzania, where Thabeet is from. As you see a lot more from Thabeet's story to try to eliminate HIV and AIDS.
It's unbelievable. And, you look at this, the profile, you're looking at 4 years ago, Dave, where he just started playing basketball. When he came to the States, he played his first college game a few weeks ago. So, just incredible. Great story. And really just following in the tradition of so many great big men here at UConn, and Emeka Okafor really comes to mind with his defensive prowess.
Another for the freshman. Calhoun telling us yesterday how level-headed he is. He doesn't feel he's ready for the NBA yet in terms of the offensive game, but NBA GMs have been around, scouts, to watch Hasheem Thabeet, and he feels, hey, with 7'3", that kind of ability, he could be a top 15 pick in this year's draft. It's quite possible.
Well, anything's possible with this young man. You're going to love him at the next level, but I think get the game squared away and get the offensive tools matching up with the defense, and again, sky's the limit.
Spates with Thabeet in his face, not close. And UConn comes free again. Here's Doug Wiggins, has 2 on the move. First 2 of the night. 8-0 UConn Husky run for Coach Calhoun.
Well, we talked about runs. UConn can put the points up quickly, especially if Northeastern continues with those quick outside jump shots.
UConn has been dominant points in the paint tonight. Wow. Big advantage there by 16 points.
It's very, very difficult for Northeastern to get inside with they're just undersized in the paint.
Janning, nice fake, and Matt. As the freshman has his first 2.
He's got a nice touch. Janning poised. He's going to be a good one for Northeastern.
He's from Minnesota. Had to fill in with Adrian Martinez when he was hurt. Had the injury that bothered him, his foot, earlier in the year in that preseason classic with the likes of the Pitt Panthers.
Janning opened up this year in style with 16 against Syracuse. I mean, it's not a bad way to start your collegiate career.
They had a great start in that game, and actually for a half, were right with Jim Boeheim's Orange.
He came out really shooting the threes.
Syracuse another loss, back-to-back. Wichita State, Oklahoma State have taken the Orange down to the Big East. Look at Martinez, nice move. Have him down for 6 points, and UConn wants a timeout. Jim Calhoun irate again. It's with Hasheem Thabeet and maybe a lack of defense. He's got to look straight up to the freshman at 7'3" and tell him where he should have been defensively. 7-point game. Minute 14 to go. Missed a bit of action here at UConn. 32-24 game. Adrian Martinez just hit a jumper a moment ago. Little move into the paint for Northeastern to keep this game close. And Marcus Williams, who's had a great start in the NBA. New Jersey Nets, their season recently starting. And he's got to be impressed with some of the youngsters here. Let's take a look at our Select Stats brought to you by Select Sector Spiders. Wow, 14 current NBA players, including Cliff Robinson, who played here in the 80s. Got to be pushing 40, and he's still going.
He just keeps going. Cliff Robinson, so many great players. Rip Hamilton, Ray Allen, Emeka Okafor, Ben Gordon, on and on.
Hard to imagine all those great players. Rudy Gay, Marcus Williams, Hilton Armstrong, Denham Brown, Josh Boone, the NBA class of 06. 5 guys to the pros off of one team that made the regional final. And UConn, you just reload. You do not rebuild.
Now that's what a successful program does for you. Check out that top 25. See Pitt there, number 2, Connecticut. Number 10, they've got all kinds of potential with this team. Young and only going to get better. UCLA up top.
Ben Howland's team leading the bunch right now at this point of the year. And there's 11 through 20. Wisconsin, Kansas, Butler, Arizona. Lute Olson's team with a nice win last night. There's Syracuse back-to-back losses. Oklahoma State looked pretty good for the new coach Sutton last night.
Yeah, up and down, up-tempo. I still think at the end of the day, when the dust settles, look out for Billy Donovan's Florida team. Had some guys hurt, but all kinds of talent with that. All the returners on that team back from the championship team a year ago.
Repeat the feat, huh? Just maybe. UConn has won a couple national championships here for Jim Calhoun, 99 and 2004. 16 times. As Hasheem Thabeet knows very well, they have won the Big East as well. Just an amazing tradition that Jim Calhoun has built up here after leaving the team he's playing tonight, Northeastern.
Well, he won there and said, hey, let's go really get it going at UConn. Took the program early on, won an NIT, and they just have not stopped since. Postseason appearances, dominating the Big East, couple of NCAA titles, over 700 W's combined with Northeastern and UConn, and Naismith, Hall of Fame. Pretty good resume.
In fairly nearby Springfield, Massachusetts, right? Quick run up Route 91. There you hit it. A big basketball on the freeway. You can't miss it. Price has the second free throw. And Austria's back in the game for UConn. 9-point UConn lead. Just over a minute left in our first half. Here's Martinez trying to find some room against Doug Wiggins. Smothering man-to-man defense still employed by Connecticut here.
Good discipline by Northeastern, though. For the most part, they've really kept this half court, tried to be patient, because they know they're not going to get a lot of second chances when they put the ball up. And for the most part, kept the score down, but a couple of good UConn spurts in this first half.
Off the ball foul there, Ronnie, and his first on Robinson. Stanley picks it up. Under a minute to go here. Matt Smith into the game first time for Northeastern. Here's Janning, a 3. It's well short. Adrian a hand on the rebound. Jeff then pulls it down with a second chance. Is he ever aggressive near the ball? Wiggins rattles around and in. It's a 2.
Now Wiggins been playing some good ball off the bench. This is the depth for Jim Calhoun. Very, very fast. 17 against Texas Southern. 12 in the game before against Sacred Heart. And just in-your-face defense.
Freshman from East Hartford, just a few minutes down the road here. From where we are in Storrs, Connecticut. 20 seconds and counting. First half. That's all that remains for Northeastern here. There's about a 2-second difference with the shot clock and the game clock. Under 10 to shoot. Kelly. Again off the mark from 3. Wiggins has time, especially with his speed. Little penetration, and they're on the baseline. And a turnover with just 1.9 seconds remaining. Northeastern a chance. 10th turnover of the first half for the Huskies in white tonight. Janning's long court chuck is short. Great first half, Jerome Dyson of UConn. He's been outstanding. 11 points, 5 for 9 from the floor. Couple of boards, too. A key reason 10th-ranked UConn has an 11-point lead at the half over Northeastern from the Colonial Athletic Association. Pavilion on the UConn campus. We're at the half. Northeastern and UConn. More on the way. Well, maybe they're headed to Tanzania for a spring break. They certainly love the fast breaks they've seen from this very fast UConn team offensively, and the shot blocking from their new favorite player, Hasheem Thabeet, coming in with 38 of the team's 76 blocked shots. That's unbelievable for just a freshman through 7 games.
Yeah, he is exciting, and he's a real physical presence inside. Huskies man-to-man. Everybody on their feet here at Gampel until the Connecticut Huskies score their first basket. Only way to quiet this crowd down would be for Northeastern to get one quickly.
And Martinez does just that. And goal 10 called, and Martinez has the first 2 of the second half. As we check in with the numbers through 20 minutes here.
Well, Northeastern obviously doesn't shoot it, but Connecticut gets some fast break baskets, dominates the paint. I was surprised Northeastern able to hang somewhat tough on the boards. Only a 5 rebound advantage for Connecticut in the first half.
A.J. Price has the first field goal of the second half for UConn. They're the leaders. Bennett Davis, the best player on the floor for Northeastern, maybe for either team in the first half.
Yeah, he had a great one with the 10 and 7.
Kelly's got to really turn things around in the second half. He does just that with a long jumper. Bobby Kelly's first 3 of the game. And exactly what Northeastern needed to begin the second half here.
Give him credit. Didn't go in the first half. The veterans to say, I'll get it to go in the second half.
Adrian a miss. Another try by Marcus Johnson. Had it snuffed from behind. Good play by Mark Washington, who starts the second half. 90 seconds in. Janning the baseline. Try to get that to Washington. Lost the handle. Johnson, they're tied up. Possession arrow to the UConn Huskies in the home whites here.
Very difficult to get open looks against UConn. We talked about their defense, and there's a reason why teams just shooting 32% against the Huskies this year. They are in your face. Very few openings offensively.
And UConn has shot so well also to begin this season. 7 straight games. The defense has been solid. Same for the offense. There's a stick back. A whistle first, though, against Northeastern down low. 50% or more shooting for UConn, tying the best ever start under a Calhoun team back to 93-94.
Well, the
A.J. Price to the line.
Percentages go way up when you run. Push it. This is an up-tempo team. You get a lot of high percentage, fast break type of offense, and that's what Jim Calhoun likes off the defense. And the question as the season rolls along, will they complement that with some perimeter shooting from people like A.J. Price, who's at the line?
2 for A.J. Coach Calhoun told us yesterday Price has looked the best he has since recovering from his health issues. Bleeding of the brain, very serious problem. That was nearly fatal. He has rebounded from so much trouble.
20 in the last game, right?
Yeah, something else. What a story, really. In the corner, it's Janning. Matt Janning, long-range jumper, the freshman.
Guys kind of hanging around in this game. You know, Northeastern saying, hey, we can make some shots, and we're undersized, but they're gritty in this game.
Price to the free throw line. Adrian has 2.
Well, that really opens Adrian's game up. The blue collar banger underneath if he can step outside and knock down that 15-footer.
And there's certainly the pace UConn would prefer. Matching hoops on the baseline. Nice move, Davis, who just did get his 3rd foul a couple possessions back. He's been impressive. Adrian around Washington. And he's fouled.
Well, Northeastern out of the locker room challenging UConn to start this second half. Got to be careful, though, to not be too quick on offense, shooting within the first 10-12 seconds. They were successful keeping the pace down. Bill Cohen's club did a good job to run offense in the first half.
Longtime assistant for Al Skinner. Rhode Island, Boston College. Adrian will have another, the first one off the back of the rim. And Bill Cohen telling us this week how he's been led throughout his career as well by Tom Murphy, who's an assistant coach for Northeastern now. Tom was the longtime head coach with 600+ wins. There he is at Hamilton College, Division II school in Clinton, New York, not far from Syracuse. 7 points, 9 rebounds now for Adrian. And Cohen played for Tom Murphy at Hamilton College in the 80s. He was a guard for him.
Got him on the bench now. Get that wisdom in there for those huddles and key adjustments during the course of the ball game.
It's really an amazing story. His coaching at SUNY Utica State University of New York was Tom Murphy. Last year, after a long stint, a Hall of Fame level coach at Division II at Hamilton College, and Bill Cohen said, "Could you help me out? My first ever head coaching stint." Tom Murphy obliged, and here they are together.
That's outstanding. You know, Bill Cohen's been with some terrific programs, but you get that wisdom, someone you can trust on the bench with a lot of experience. So helpful.
Each of the Northeastern Husky coaches watching Kelly miss from 15. Lead is 9. Pull-up jumper. Dyson a miss. Too strong. Martinez another rebound. As Coach Cohen told us, just having Coach Murphy around just rubs off on you. So many great things he can teach the younger players, and it's had a positive effect throughout that Northeastern program. The beat got the elbows up high. No call, though. Adrian down low. Forces his way through traffic and muscles in two.
Connecticut has a habit of just wearing down the opposition. They come at you. They have depth. They've got size. And right now, in Northeastern, really just going 7, maybe 8 guys deep in this ball game. They're going to be tested in this second half from a stamina point of view.
So difficult as well, Ronnie, to play from behind with their style of half-court play.
Really have to stay disciplined because they know if they really start to crank them up there, that's a quick one, that Connecticut can get out and really put some points up in a hurry.
The freshman from Minnesota, janning the miss. Price running the other way. Has 2 more. A.J. Price hangs and scores. Spectacular move for UConn, and Bill Cohen has seen enough. He'll take a timeout. His team down 13. You can see why Jim Calhoun thinks A.J. Price is playing his best basketball of his career. Looks straight there. Hangs for 2. Well, we knew our game tonight here at Gampel Pavilion would include some great defense and some high-scoring Huskies and high-soaring Huskies as well. They've got a 13-point lead, trying for an 8-0 record to begin their season, and we knew, Ron Perry, that block shots would be a huge key. Tonight, though, it's Northeastern. The other Huskies doing a nice job with the swats, huh?
That's a surprise stat right there. The Beat has had a couple of goaltend calls, as has his teammates in this game, but Northeastern has hung tough. Bennett Davis and company down low, but Connecticut put some good spurts together, played solidly with the 13-point lead right now.
Isn't that amazing? 5 straight years UConn has led the NCAA. All the teams in block shots, 5 years in a row. That seems extraordinary.
It really is. It's the first school in the NCAA history to do that, so they are dominant in the middle.
Martinez has a 3 go all the way down, somehow pop out on him, and Northeastern hangs on.
Timeout on the court. Husky fans, direct your attention to the video board for the 6th.
One key reason all those block shots. How about that guy?
Before halftime of each game, all fans can
Yeah, the NBA with the Bobcats. I'm Matt Okafor. The next great, maybe it's the Beat.
chance to see it on.
Northeastern does have one Colonial Athletic Association win over North Carolina Wilmington this week. Their second year in the CAA. Chances are, Ron, they won't run into a lot of teams like UConn that can block the shots the way these Huskies can.
It's been incredible. It's been consistent. We've had people like Emeka Okafor and Donyell Marshall, just great big men, but great defense. It's been a team defense, and once again this year with the Beat, they're there again.
Bennett Davis has 2 more. Nice turnaround jumper for him. 14 points to lead the way offensively for Northeastern.
Really been solid. He's a good player. He's going to do well in the Colonial. He's also been, very consistent. Good ball player throughout his career. Northeastern man-to-man right now to match UConn's man-to-man at the other end.
Here's Adrian, so tough down low. Right low block, little kick-out pass for Austri. Over 10 to shoot, and a foul called away from the ball against the Northeastern Huskies.
Jeff Adrian did a great job there to just get great position on the block. No choice but to really foul him, or he was just going to get an easy layup.
Manny Adako has his 4th foul. He is out now, and Mark Washington has returned to the Northeastern lineup. Austri the inbounds pass. Dyson on the baseline. Adrian, 2 more for Jeff Adrian. He is so strong. How do you stop him defensively, Ronnie?
Well, once he gets ahead of steam up in there, he's very tough to stop. He also gets a lot of his points off rebounds. I think they've got to do a better job of denying him the ball inside. Once he gets it, he's so tough. Man-to-man by the Connecticut Huskies. Been that way all game long. A lot of pressure. Make it difficult to get any good looks.
Davis try to go down low to Washington. Here's Martinez, long 3, not close. Stanley Robinson clears away the defensive glass for UConn. Another freshman from Birmingham, Alabama. Here's Adrian. He's the team leader, a veteran as a sophomore. Has 2, chance for a 3-point play. Jim Calhoun telling us this week, when we spoke with him, Adrian, just like a monster, just a horse down low. He is so difficult to stop.
There's the position again, though. You've got behind Adrian defense. They've got to try to front a bit, get on the side of him. Finishes, falls. Look at his numbers again. He's closing in on another double-double, which he's averaging for the season.
Isn't that something? 12-6, 10.4 rebounds a game for Adrian coming in. And what an interesting evolution it's been for him. He was a freshman amongst all the great NBA-type stars last year, a team that went to the Final 8. Now he's a leader as a sophomore, just like that. Long-range shot, Kelly, short. Here's Martinez between the circles, fresh 35 for Northeastern.
I thought he always gave the team a lift off the bench last year, too. He'd come in, he'd get a few big rebounds, a lot of energy, and now he's just consistently performing.
Foul call as Davis tried to make a move toward the goal. Lead is below to 16 now for UConn. Stanley Robinson will pick up his foul. Second team foul. And the second foul on Robinson in this game. He'll take a seat next to Jim Calhoun.
Jim Calhoun can put different type of lineups. He's got a very quick 3-guard lineup out right there right now with the beat and Adrian anchoring it inside. Tough for Northeastern. They're so undersized inside. They've had very little success trying to get the thing into the paint.
Freshman Matt Janning out of Minnesota. No offensive foul. In lacrosse, we call that warding off. Throwing that elbow.
Just trying to safeguard with a little bit of push, maybe a little bit of help. Bill Collins saying, come on, they've got bigger guys than us out there. Let's not call that one on us.
Very deep UConn team. They can go 10 deep. That should take them deep into March. The beat high over plenty of Northeastern bodies for that rebound, but he tipped it out of bounds. My thoughts on the beat are impressive defensive force, certainly, Ronnie, but offensively, ready for the NBA? I don't think so, from what I've seen tonight.
Needs some more work.
Yeah.
Been playing for a few years. Got a nice touch. What I like is, he saw the free throw where he's got nice rotation. Just needs to develop it. It'll come.
He has said publicly, when asked about the NBA possibilities, new rule, of course, last couple of years, you got to have a freshman year in at least. But he will stay 2 years at UConn. That's his plan. As Coach Calhoun said yesterday to us, he alters so many shots like that. Just intimidates shooters, and all of a sudden they've got nowhere to go with the ball.
Again, Adrian covering Davis. Davis gets by Adrian, but a little bit of a problem when number 34 shows up with the rejection.
7-3. Imposing force. Kelly outside the arc. Here's Martinez, the senior. Kick out, Janning.
See, that's the one where you almost just can't hesitate when you have the opening. Boom, take it. The gap closes so quickly with the just the quickness of this Connecticut Husky defense.
8 minutes in second half. You're right, partner. There's good ball rotation there. When you have the look, fire.
Yeah, no hesitation or make you move. Be decisive.
Number 5 to shoot. Martinez, some trouble, little contact, and a foul call against UConn. A break for Northeastern. Foul on Doug Wiggins. His second. Still, Coach Cohen down by 16. Here's first-year assistant coach for Northeastern, Yuka Agbai, who had a great career at Boston College, played 131 games. That's a BC record. 127 starts, tied for first all-time in Boston College history. And with Al Skinner as the head coach, Bill Cohen was the assistant at BC all those years and played right for Coach Cohen, now an assistant coach after 2 years of playing in Europe.
Yeah, it's great to see him in coaching. He was a terrific player at Boston College, workmanlike. You know, reminds me a little bit in terms of his game of a Jeff Adrian. Really banged inside, worked hard on the boards, also had a nice touch, and a real quality kid. So good to see him in coaching.
For Coach Agbai's team, Bennett Davis the miss. A year in Germany, year in Finland for Yuka Agbai professionally. And then got the call from Coach Cohen, who just took over first-time head coach at Northeastern. He said, Yuka, I know you'd expressed interest as a player in one day being a coach. Would you like to join me? Full-time assistant, young guy like that, he jumped at the opportunity.
That's great. I mean, especially when you know each other like that, get connected. This Adrian, boy, he really came out of that locker room fired up.
16 and 10. Fifth double-double of the year for Jeff Adrian. Lead at 18, largest of the night for UConn.
This is where Connecticut just keeps coming at you defensively and then making it tougher and tougher for Northeastern to score. Northeastern came out quickly in the second half, but now nothing happening near the goal, and all white jerseys around those rebounds. One and you're done for Northeastern.
Davis not close. Adrian had a great second half. Little fallaway shots and air ball short. And partner hit the nail on the head. See how far away Northeastern was from the basket. There's just no way offensively to get anything going. That's what Coach Calhoun told us yesterday about. Oh, block shots are big. Defense is such a huge part of this team because defense is their offense.
That's right. That's a real constant for UConn. They always play good D. You're always in the game. You're not going to have off shooting nights. But when you generate it off your defense, you make the shots. Always going to be there. Tough man-to-man.
Wow, look at this. Adako shot long. Davis in the paint. Nice offensive rebound. Janning baseline. Has it.
And that was courtesy of the rebound by Bennett Davis at one of the few second chance baskets. But Connecticut answers so quickly. They have one of the great fast breaks when the other team makes it. Jim Calhoun's always had that ability with his clubs to push it, find the open man, and drain it.
And isn't that a backbreaker, too, after Janning getting a nice jumper from 17, and Wiggins answers with a triple?
Especially when you work so hard to get the hoop.
The other way, Wiggins. And the ball was knocked out of the basket there. It was going to be an offensive goaltend. As Dyson was up high thinking about a jam, it might have fallen. You never know. But there was a foul call.
Jim Calhoun's reaction was let it alone. Let's see if it might go in on its own. Don't touch it while it's up there.
Second foul on Janning.
Northeastern Connecticut, Gampel Pavilion, Stores Connecticut, the UConn campus. Dave Ryan, Ron Perry, our entire crew. Glad you could join us. Jeff Adrian, another double-double. 5 times in 8 games he's done it. 16 and 10 for him tonight. And Wiggins, another young player for UConn, is playing a key role with 9 new players on this roster. Doug from just up the road, East Hartford, Connecticut, freshman guard. And Jim Calhoun described to us when we spoke with him this week like a road runner, just constantly running the floor, agitating defensively, and a good three-point shooter.
The whole package.
Man. 20-6 UConn run here to try to put this away. They'll have 11 days off until their next game. Final exams coming up here in the UConn campus. For some who are finishing up midterms as well. Offensive foul called. Spates, some contact.
There was a little cameo on that one. I think I'm playing on the way that reaction took place. A little bit of forearm, but not enough for that reaction.
A little bit, yeah. UConn starting with 11 straight home games this year. That's by far the most in Jim Calhoun's tenure. St. Mary's of California next up December the 17th.
Little matchup now by Northeastern. Good idea. Try to pack it in. It's like a 1-2-2.
Price to kick out. Here's Wiggins. Way long. Track down though. Less than 5 shoot. Dyson. The beat quickly gets it up there. Edwards a stick back. First two of the night for the freshman from Arizona, whose dad Earl played in the NFL.
He's another good one. I mean, he's just getting the minutes, but very steady player, very solid.
Ducko, sloppy kick out pass. Dyson got a hand on it, and it's an over and back call. How about the hustle from Jerome Dyson there?
Well, just a quick move. Quick release by Thabit, but there's Edwards. They just keep coming at you with size, with depth. Quality young players. You're getting a good look at a lot of these players here tonight that are only going to get better and seem to be gelling better and better as this kind of early part of the season unfolds for UConn.
Just amazing. Jim Calhoun telling us this week, spoken, just wasn't sure what to expect. So many young guys and new faces to replace that great team that went to the regional final. A little high-low play with Edwards and Hashim Thabit. They'll wave off the shot. Foul first.
That's not a bad play right there for UConn. The high-low. Dump it inside.
Manny Ducko is fouled out here, Ronnie, with 8:16 to go in the second half.
32, Manny Ducko. 8th on the team.
Well, for a Ducko, I'll tell you,
Cohen.
you're not going to see bigger lineups than he's been seeing. So again, what a start for him. Battled, but just undersized down on the blocks tonight.
Freshman from Decatur, Georgia, did have 6 rebounds against Hashim Thabit. That's no easy matter against a 7'3" center. And Ducko just 6'8", as Coach Cohen told us, really kind of 4-5 in between there. And an undersized post in a game like this, that's a tough order.
I mean, 6'8", pretty good size under normal circumstances, but when you're giving up 7 inches to the big guy. See, there's the nice touch by Thabit, 15 feet. The nice rotation.
Kelly to kick out. Here's Martinez. Trying to end a long drought, more than 6 minutes without a field goal. Another miss. Johnson backpedaling in the rebound, called for a travel. And the Northeastern Huskies will get it back. 12th turnover of the night for UConn. Bill Cohen told us he knew his team would certainly have its hands full tonight with the depth and incredible athleticism UConn has.
Well, they wear you out. You can see Northeastern looks tired right now. Just got to try to grind it out for the last 8 minutes. Work it. Stay with your game plan.
Here's Kelly, the senior. Pass works down low, and the ball off the mark from Washington, but a foul call. Out of contact, Gavin Edwards, the freshman from Gilbert, Arizona, commits the foul. Another great young star on this UConn roster. UConn 7 minutes, 45 seconds away from extending the home win streak to 27. Let's check in with the game-changing performance brought to you by Pontiac. Running and gunning, especially the second half. A UConn dominant performance, running.
Yeah, that was a beauty right there. We've had some great breaks tonight, but that really did pop them. That left-handed alley-oop from Dyson, the freshman, to Marcus Johnson, the sophomore. Beautifully done. It looks easy, but that is not easy to execute.
Wow, just a freshman. Great story with Dyson, coming from the Baltimore, Washington, D.C. area in Maryland. Washington, for Northeastern, has another free throw. Dyson from Rockville, Maryland. Went to Proctor, New Hampshire Academy last year. His uncle Eugene, really a legend at Churchill High School in Montgomery County, Maryland. Unfortunately, has run into trouble with the law, currently in prison, and Rome has had to overcome the images of that throughout his life. But he is quite an interesting young man. He spent some time in Spain, traveling and studying. Excellent student into poetry and music. Talk about well-rounded and talk about great shooting. There's Wiggins, a long three.
I'm just impressed with the guard play here tonight by UConn. Wiggins, just relentless defense, and Price and Dyson, a lot of talent.
A loaded UConn team again. Janning the miss. It's out of bounds off of Northeastern. I want to talk about that incredible home win streak. Last time they lost a home game, February 13th, 05, at the Harvard Civic Center. Not here at Gampel. Against North Carolina. Well, it's been a while.
It's not an easy place right here. Nice and cozy here. Beautiful on-campus facility at Gampel. Kind of tight, gets loud. Not an easy place to visit and win.
Here's Price. Three ball, back higher, not there. A little strong. Johnson a rebound. And UConn will keep it here. 6:44 to go in the second half. As they look for their 8th win of the year to start the season. Eugene Spates has returned to the lineup. And another freshman, Matt Janning, will sit down for Bill Cohen's team. Next subject to talk about for UConn has to be the schedule. As we've rattled off all these amazing numbers they've produced here to begin their season. Price the kick out. Here's Wiggins at three. Doug, a little strong. Wow, A.J. Price up high, soaring for the offensive rebound. And Jim Calhoun told us yesterday, we're taking some heat because we're not playing like the Jimmy V Classic last night in New York, where Syracuse takes on Oklahoma State, the Big East team battling a tough Big 12 team to begin the year. Wiggins, a floater, has two off-bound shot from Doug Wiggins.
Well, you know, they're really using November and December as a developmental time for these young players. And I tell you what, I saw them early in a game against the scrimmage against Bryant, and these kids have come a long way in a short period of time, learning the system, getting together, and you can see that the parts are starting to fit together rather nicely.
Martinez hits in the other end. Look at Adrian. Two more. Big night continues for Jeff Adrian. 18 points for the sophomore down low.
And then when you begin Big East play, you forget about it. Game in, game out. The balance top to bottom in the league, I think, just will be, you know, exceptional again this year. You know, with Texas and I should say with Pittsburgh and Georgetown, just going to be another battle every night in Big East play.
Davis way short. Adrian another rebound. Jeff's got a career high 18 points this game. Johnson on the baseline, a lot of contact and a foul call. 70-41 game. So we get into the schedule talk now for UConn with this one well in hand. And as the coach told us yesterday, some of his freshmen have said, we got 9 new guys in this team, and they've actually told him, Coach, we have to play another easy team. I mean, how about a WVU you see in December 30th as they take on a Big East team, John Beilein's team, South Florida in the Big East Conference. And the coach told him, hey, in a few weeks, we're into the Big East season, you'll be begging for Texas Southern. Remember I said that. Keep it on the record.
Yeah, you'd be in a war, game in, game out. West Virginia, South Florida, Louisiana State. Be an interesting game. Marquette, St. John's, Pittsburgh. Then you play in Indiana. So the heat comes at you, and it stays hot for a couple months as you begin that bid once again toward the NCAA tournament, and the balance there just gets better and better. I thought last year when it got to tournament time, there were, you know, 15 to 20 teams that could win it all. The balance has gotten so tough at the really elite level across the country.
There's Andre LaFleur, who was a player for Jim Calhoun at Northeastern and played in those great teams in the 80s. The last time in the mid-80s Northeastern made an NCAA tournament was when Jim Calhoun was the head coach there, and Andre LaFleur ran the show with Reggie Lewis.
I love that record while he was there too, 60-6. Andre LaFleur, the all-time assist leader at Northeastern, and played alongside one of the, you know, truly great players, certainly in Northeastern history and New England college basketball history and national history, and Reggie Lewis. And Andre LaFleur, a terrific collegiate player. He's been with Jim Calhoun, so he's been part of a lot of W's with Jim as a player and a coach.
Boy, has he ever. Johnson has another. Now, Jim Calhoun at Northeastern, 81, 82, 1985, 86, made the NCAA tournament as the Northeastern head coach. The first round win in 81, first round in 82, the same in 84. That's all Northeastern has ever had in terms of NCAA tournament victories. They have not been since he was the head coach there. And he told us yesterday, hey, for a young head coach in the 70s, I could walk to Fenway Park. I love being in Boston. And that's what Bill Cohn's experiencing now as a head coach at Northeastern.
No, it's outstanding. And, of course, you know, Jim Calhoun is from that area, you know, from Braintree, Mass. And, you know, that was a great spot for him. He's just won everywhere that he's been. He's been at his best, too, in tournament time. Oh, nice break.
Look at Johnson. Oh. But he can't finish on the stuff. Dyson, rather, on that jam try.
For Connecticut, number 34.
Has a lead at 31.
Number 4, Jim Adrian.
Tried to put a little extra mustard on this one. Got up.
23.
Oh, man, is he up there.
Number 15,
Cranked it back for the extra oomph. And that one wouldn't quite cooperate as he didn't have a great grip on it.
Second half, all UConn. 11-point game at halftime. And since then, the UConn Huskies, of the two Husky teams here, have completely taken over.
That's the story, though. It's really been just Northeastern. You know, they've been only able to get those jump shots. UConn's taken the inside game away. Very tough to play that way.
Here's Kelly, the senior. Eugene Spates. Let's pass down low for Washington. Back for Janning. Nice move to the basket. Good set play. And Northeastern catches in.
It's one of the easier ones that Northeastern's had all night by staying with their offense. And Connecticut just doesn't give you much breathing room.
Dyson for Price. AJ has it rattle around and fall out. And look at the play. As he comes to strip that ball away, then the ball was kicked by Spates. Boy, Janning had a hand on the rebound, and just tremendous anticipation from A.J. Price, who timed it out perfectly and stripped away the outlet.
Spates, 10th on the team, number 12.
He is quick.
He really is.
Lightning fast.
What I like is the intensity level of UConn. It's, you know, 4 to go, up by, 29, and these guys want minutes. You know, Jim Calhoun has been using his bench, getting guys in. They want more minutes. Everybody plays hard, start to finish.
Northeastern, number 25, Baptiste Bataille.
Baptiste Bataille will check in for Adrian Martinez here with just over 4 to go. And that's something Coach Calhoun reminded us yesterday, not only about the schedule, that he's the one who plans the schedule out. Another one for Price. And he knew he would be rebuilding with all those guys going to the NBA, 5 guys off the roster to the pros. So he didn't want to schedule in really tough games that a lot of schools in the Big East Conference will take on early to get the team, as you said, developing the right way.
Well, I think early it was just getting the guys comfortable with the drills they do in practice before they could even get into the plays. Work it, be patient. Seems like the system's been working.
Davis for Spates, and before the shot, a foul call. That's something Marcus Williams told us at halftime before the interview. Can you imagine having to reteach all those drills and practice sessions, watching film? Got to reteach. There's Marcus enjoying his alma mater's success tonight. UConn a big lead on Northeastern. A couple of Husky squads going head-to-head. A 30-point advantage for Jim Calhoun's team, trying to bolt out to an 8-0 record this year against a team he used to coach. He won 250 games, gone to the NCAA tournament several times. As he told us yesterday, still special to coach against his former school. Janning for Spates. And the points in the paint, Ron, just a huge difference for UConn.
Domination. They've really kept Northeastern out of that area. The big height advantage for Connecticut. But I really think it all begins with the guard defense. And all night long, UConn has just made it very tough for the Northeastern guards to get any kind of penetration.
Baptiste Bataille from France. Under 10. Kelly a shot, and he's got 3. Second triple tonight for Bobby Kelly.
And that really is a strength of this Northeastern team with Kelly and Martinez in the backcourt. And Bennett Davis certainly has played a very strong game for the Northeastern Huskies tonight.
Bobby Kelly from Dedham, Massachusetts, the Boston area. A long-range shot for UConn.
Craig Austrie, who certainly played a lot of minutes last year, particularly early in the year before Marcus Williams came back to the team, and very steady performer.
First 3 points of the game for Austrie. Here's Eugene Spates. Kelly. 2.5 to go. Standing between UConn and another win in the early season. Bataille under 10 to shoot. Austria watches him. UConn continues the man-to-man. 3 to shoot for Spates. And they will not get it off. Shot clock violation against Northeastern. Bill Cohen's team coming in at 2-5 record. Did win their CAA opener against North Carolina Wilmington. The defending champ in that conference.
Number 34, Ashim. Also playing number 2, Ben Eves.
Jonathan Mandeldove, the freshman, another youngster, 6'11", from Stone Mountain, Georgia. Played last year at Hargrave Military Academy in Virginia. Ben Eves from England also in here.
Buddy getting into the act here. Just a couple to go. Good opportunity for everyone, for UConn to get into the action here, as well as some opportunities for the Northeastern players as well.
Austria the miss. Bataille, good hustle on the sideline. Upcoming games, UNH, Detroit, Louisville, BC. Look at that. Pretty much running the gauntlet of the Big East Conference on the road as well. And then they'll get into their CAA play. And that's going to be a difficult lead for them, too.
Really is. Very competitive and a tough preseason schedule in the first year for Bill Cohen. This team will really be battle-tested by the time they get to league play, that's for sure.
Austria, nice move. Craig's got 5 quick points here in the late going. Just under 2 to go. And tech was called as well in that play. Curtis Kelly, the guilty party. So looking at the CAA, Old Dominion, Hofstra, Northeastern, Virginia Commonwealth, Drexel, Towson, George Mason made the Final Four last year. Janning has another. It's the big conference. William and Mary, Delaware, Georgia State, James Madison, and UNC Wilmington. Man, it's going to be tough to get through league play for Bill Cohen in his first year.
Now, there's a lot of balance in that league, of course, led by George Mason, the big-time upstart program from a year ago, but some tough games. It's coming from some travel for Northeastern as well.
5th straight game here for UConn with 4 more in double figures. Adrian has led the way, 18 points, 12 rebounds. Another double-double for him. Janning has a long 3. Good range for the freshman, Matt Janning.
Good-looking player.
Yeah.
You know, he's really done a nice job. A lot of minutes. He's gaining valuable experience. He's playing some good ball.
Austria has another. One of the regulars getting some time with some other reserves here in the final moments. UConn has a 30-point lead en route to another win. Another home victory at Gampel. Baptiste Bataille is short on that jumper. Janning tracks it down under a minute to go in the second half. And Ben Eves makes a nice play. He's a freshman from Lancashire, England, who prepped last year in Worcester, Massachusetts, in Central Mass. Baptiste Bataille hits.
Knocked that one down.
But what famous schools in Worcester, Massachusetts? Forget that academy. Come on.
2-worder. Holy Cross.
Holy Cross. Had a chance to see your Crusaders against Syracuse last week. They gave the Orange a pretty good game at the Carrier Dome.
Yeah, battled them. They're playing at Duke this evening. Another tough test for Ralph Willard's club. And, of course, George Blaney, now the, of course, assistant coach of Jim Calhoun, coached for over 20 years as the head coach at Holy Cross.
A lot of subs here late for each side, especially UConn. Wild shot there from Rob Garrison, sophomore from Niagara Falls, New York. Just outside Buffalo. Smith on the right side, short on the 3. And Eves has the rebound. Makes the move with the left. Some contact, and Ben Eves, the freshman, will have some free throws coming up for UConn. Jim Calhoun told us yesterday he was going to go with his regulars in a 10-man rotation, or so he uses, 9 to 10 guys on a regular basis. As long as he could, he wants to get them as much experience as possible. It's not like you're playing with juniors and seniors.
Absolutely. Getting them into a rhythm, knowing their roles. You can see these guys coming along rather nicely.
One more free throw for Eves. Student section rooting him on. 1 out of 2 in the scorebooks. Ben Eves. Bataille under 15 seconds to go. pullout. Here's Smith. In the final 5 seconds, Eves a strip, a steal, bodies on the floor. That does it. From Storrs, UConn moves to 8-0, a convincing win over Bill Cohen. And Northeastern from the CAA.
Great effort by Connecticut. They got the balance, the depth. They played great defense here tonight. Northeastern hung tough, but they definitely got worn down by the bigger, stronger, deeper UConn team as this game wore on.
Well, running at halftime, UConn had just an 11-point lead. We say just because the final margin was so convincing, and really in the second half they took off for Jim Calhoun, didn't they?
Yeah, they just keep coming at you, you know, and Northeastern had a pretty good start to the second half, but it was all jumpers and no inside game. Domination by Connecticut in the paint. Connecticut really get out and ran in the first half, and Jerome Dyson, the freshman, outstanding in double figures in the first half alone. So quick. Confidence is really building with that young man, and played another strong game. And second half was all about Jeff Adrian. Boy, did he dominate down low. Another double-double for the big fella. 12 points in the second half. They really went to him. Jim Calhoun must have said, let's get the ball in low, take charge, get Adrian involved, and they did.
18 points, 12 rebounds, partner, for Jeff Adrian tonight. One of 5 players for UConn in double figures. Along with Price, Dyson, Johnson, and Doug Wiggins contributing as well. So UConn looking very good for their coach Jim Calhoun, leading toward the Big East Conference. Still a few games to tune up before that tough league starts.
Well, it's right around the corner now. It's heading into the holiday season. This team's coming along. Young people getting used to the system, playing well, getting to know their roles, but they've got quickness, they've got depth, and they're starting to look very strong as they head into league play in just a very short time.
UConn 8-0 for the year now. Northeastern drops to 2-6. Non-conference loss for them. Once again, the final score, 81-53. For the entire crew, my partner Ron Perry, it's Dave Ryan saying so long. This has been a presentation of ESPN Plus, the worldwide leader in collegiate sports. So long, everyone, from Storrs, Connecticut.